Good evening and welcome to Thursday's edition of the Regional News. We begin with news from Venezuela. Venezuelan opposition parties and NGOs decry the arrest of prominent press freedom activist and a well-known opposition figure, among others, ahead of planned protest against tomorrow's inauguration of President Nicolas Maduro for his third term. The opposition Popular Will Party said that at least 19 people had been detained nationwide in what it termed a worsening of prosecution and repression by the Maduro government. Neither the Communications Ministry nor the Attorney General's office immediately responded to a request for a comment about the latest arrests. The government is investigating major opposition leaders for alleged conspiracy, among other charges, and has repeatedly accused them of inciting violence on their claims of victory in the July election. The opposition has published ballot box level tallies that it says show a resounding victory for its candidate Edmundo Gonzalez, who is now on a regional tour to promote the opposition's cause and who is recognized by various countries, including the United States, as president-elect. The Electoral Authority and Venezuela's top count says Maduro won, but have not published detailed tallies. About 2,000 people were arrested at post-election protests. The government said this week it has released 1,515 of them. We tell you now that days after Stuart Young was chosen as Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley's successor, at a parliamentary retreat in Tobago, he is now in limbo, as several MPs who were in that caucus are said to now be refusing to endorse him on a document indicating he will have majority support in the House of Representatives when Rowley eventually steps down. Cabinet sources have reported that leader of government business Camille Robinson started canvassing MPs on Wednesday to get their signatures for the document, which will be forwarded to the president eventually. But sources said as Robinson began attempting to physically obtain the signatures of the MPs who participated in the recent vote, she met some hurdles, with at least 9 MPs have initially declined to register their signatures. Young, Port of Spain North St. Anne's West MP, edged out Arima MP Penelope Beckles 11-9 for the position after a secret ballot at the Tobago plantations on Monday. According to Chapter 5 of the Constitution that deals with the appointment of ministers, quote, where there is occasion for the appointment of a Prime Minister, the President shall appoint as Prime Minister a member of the House of Representatives who is the leader in that house of that party, which commands the support of the majority of members of that house, end quote. It is therefore critical that Young receives a majority backing from as many MPs when the time comes for him to be installed as the next Prime Minister. The lack of signatures on the endorsement letter could now throw a wrench in the leadership transition, which Rowley assured would be smooth. And now for some international news. Raging wildfires surrounded Los Angeles on Wednesday, killing at least 5 people, destroying hundreds of homes, and stretching firefighting resources and water supplies to the limit as more than 100,000 people were ordered to evacuate. Fierce winds hindered firefighting operations and fueled the fires, which have burned unimpeded since they began on Tuesday. 5 separate fires burned in Los Angeles County, all of them 0% contained according to the state's official. On the west side, the fire consumed 15,832 acres and 1,000 structures in the hills between Santa Monica and Malibu until reaching the natural fire break of the Pacific Ocean on Tuesday. It was already one of the most destructive fires in Los Angeles history. To the east, in the foothills of San Gabriel Mountains, the fire claimed another 10,600 acres and killed at least 5 people. Private forecaster AccuWeather estimated initial damage and economic loss at more than $50 billion. I am KERESE Gonsalves. Thank you for watching.